Hello friends, welcome to Small Steps Academy. So today I'll be teaching you about the introduction of monopoly. So let me write down the topic for today's class. So I will be teaching you on the undergraduate level, so I won't be going much deep into the basic. I hope you all must have passed out 12th standard. So So, so the main basic feature of monopoly is single seller. There is a single seller. There is only a single seller in the market, and which can do price discrimination according to it. But mind it that a monopolist cannot decide price and quantity both at the same time. He can only decide one thing at a time. Okay, so always remember that. So this single seller. So I want you to pause the video and ask yourself what is the implication of this single seller. And because I'm telling you this because most of my students give me the wrong answer. So just do it and check if is it right or not. So let me tell you about the basic that the demand curve of industry is always downward sloping. So whatever will be the market structure in monopoly, there is no distinction between the firm and the industry. So what does it mean? It means that the demand curve of monopolists is also downward sloping. So what does it mean? It means that firm and industry are the same thing. There's no distinction between the industry and firm. So you can just write down firm is equal to industry just for reference. Also, due to this, you have average revenue is equal to price PQ by which is equal to TR by Q is equal to price. Okay, so if you also want to draw the diagram, you can draw like this: AR and Y axis, Q here, and P. This is firm, this is industry. So the diagram will coincide, they both will be equal. So now we'll move on to the next topic, which is relationship between MR and AR. So I hope you all must have studied this relation in your 12th standard. So many of you must have also remember also MR and AR. Okay. So you know that the slope of MR is equal to twice the slope of AR. So we are going to prove this statement, and I want to tell you that this statement only works under two assumptions. Like there are two conditions. First, that there should be linear demand curve, and second, there should be uniform pricing. That is AR is equal to P. That you are not doing any price discrimination or charging consumer according to their reservation price or doing first degree or third degree discrimination. It's just a uniform pricing, right? So okay, so now I'll take the demand function P is equal to A minus BQ, which is linear as you can see with the slope of minus B. Okay, so if now you can easily AR is equal to P, but if you want to show, you can show it like this. I've already shown up above, so you don't have to do anything. So this means the slope of AR and price line is the same. That means slope of AR is equal to minus B. Okay, now you want to calculate MR. So you have to just differentiate TR with respect to quantity. So you will get MR is equal to A minus 2BQ. This implies, can you see the slope? Slope is minus 2B. So what is it? If you take 2 outside and minus B other side, so what will you get? 2 into slope of AR. So it's proved. But always remember these two conditions. Only under these two conditions the statement is valid. Otherwise the statement is not valid. So now I will introduce elasticity in monopoly. Okay, so first of all, I'll just derive one derivation for you. So as we all know, what is TR? You know, it's price into quantity, everyone knows that. So now we will differentiate with respect to quantity. What will we get? So we will get MR. If we differentiate TR with respect to Q, first we get MR, and on this side we get P into 1 plus Q into dP by dQ. Right? Now what I'll do now, I'll take P common outside. So what will be inside is that dP by dQ. Now you must have seen this somewhere. This is just the inverse of elasticity of demand with respect to price. So it is just the reciprocal of it. So what you can write is that 1 minus EP. So you can see I have derived one relation between MR and EP, and you can also write this as AR. So you can see there's a relation between this. So if I keep like when the elasticity of price is equal to 1, that means MR is equal to 0. So if you also want to show in diagram, it's MR, it's AR, AR. So at this point you know that MR is equal to 0. Since when is MR is equal to 0? That means corresponding to this point exactly here, elasticity of price is equal to 1. That's why MR is equal to 0. So this is the advantage of this derivation. You can use this derivation in your numericals. Okay, so now we move further. Now we will see about price and output determination, which is known as equilibrium quantity of monopolist. Price output determination. I'm just explaining you in a very brief form, like which is just necessary for the exam. Like you don't have to go much deep into it. I'm just giving you the required knowledge which you must be needed to pass your undergraduate exam. So price and output determination, sorry. So what is profit? Every kid know it's revenue minus total cost, right? So what do we do now? When we have to maximize something, we have to derivate it first and second derivative. To maximize the equation, we have to put the second derivative. The second derivative should be less than 0, and we check the value of second derivative at the condition we get from the first derivative. So we will do the same thing over here. Okay, differentiate with respect to Q. Okay, so now you will get d pi by dq is equal to mr tr, if you differentiate tr, minus mc. So you put first derivative equal to 0. This implies mr is equal to mc. This is the first condition, but it's not necessary that it will be maximized here. You have to check through the second derivative, but first condition we got. Now we'll check the second derivative, right? So now we'll derivate it again. d2 pi by dq square is equal to, what will it be? Slope of mr minus slope of mc. So you know, to maximize the equation we have to put second derivative less than 0, right? So what will be happen? I am doing it here only, less than 0. This implies slope of mc should be greater than slope of mr. So we got our second condition. So this is the two condition which a monopolist follows to achieve its equilibrium quantity and price. So if I show it in the diagram, this is mr, this is ar, okay, and this is mc. I'm assuming MC to be pricing since it is not mentioned anywhere. So I'm taking just the basic ones, right? So the first condition, which is like this here, MC is equal to M. But so this is MC is equal to M. Monopolists sell the output here. Corresponding to this, what is the demand? This. Like demand curve is this DD curve. So MC is equal to M and corresponding to this point, the demand is this. So this is the price and this is the quantity. So the quantity is this and price charge is this. So this what you're saying in the between, which is not selling at the social output which is beneficial to the society. So the higher price he is charging is this, and this is known as markup, right? Okay, so and also I told you in the starting only that he can only decide only one thing, either price or quantity, right? So now we will move on to absence of supply curve in monopoly. SS curve in monopoly. So guys, you know what supply curve tell about? It tells you about a unique relation between price and quantity. But here in monopoly, there is no unique relation between price and quantity because monopolists do the price discrimination and do various practices which does not give a unique relationship between price and quantity. So I'll give you one example. Okay, I'll take the example of BSES, the electricity provider company. So you must have seen that there are different rates. They do price discrimination. This is called different tiers, 2 tier, 3 tier price discrimination. Like for agriculture, they have said we will provide you two unit, 2 rupees per unit of this is of 100. Like suppose 100 quantity, I charge agriculture two per unit, and domestic use, if you are doing for domestic use, I charge 4. He's a monopolist. And for commercial purpose, I charge 7 per unit, and industry again higher. So if you are going to draw the diagram of this is the quantity, this is the same quantity, and he is selling same quantity at different price to the different consumer. So graph will be something like this, right? So can you see, is there any particular relation or something? There is no unique relation between price and quantity. So we cannot have supply curve under monopoly. And why monopoly how does monopoly decide that whether to charge 2 from agriculture and do? This is based on the elasticity. Discrimination due to the price elasticity. Okay, so there are many factors like income. If you have high income, then elasticity is low. If you have low income, then elasticity is high. Similarly, for short run, elasticity is low, so you can charge high price since you are in need of the product very urgently. So similarly in medicine also. So there are many factors which determine this discrimination. Basically, it is discriminated according to the price elasticity, right? So I'll tell you about this. Also, like if you take necessary versus luxury, and the elasticity of luxury is high, and in contrast to it, the elasticity of necessary is low. So similarly, they charge price accordingly. Whose elasticity is high, like they can charge price low, and whose elasticity is less, they can charge price higher because they know they have to purchases. There is no other option for them. So it's work like this. Okay. So the which I told you the case above, it is of the same quantity supplied at different prices. But I'll make you the main diagram. This is the fair work which will come in the exam. This is the fair part. So I'll take the case 1. this is all the case. This is the case of like same quantity and different price. This just gives the support to the above statement which we have told earlier, that there is absence of supply curve in the monopoly. This is the just two cases which support this statement. So they have taken the two cases, like at one case he's charging same, he's selling same quantity but different price. In the other case, what will be it? Different quantity at same price. So these are two important diagrams which we will be doing now. So okay, so see it. So here cost and revenue, here output. Okay, so I am taking demand curve of two consumers, right? First is this AR1, MR1, AR1, sorry, AR1, right? And now I'll take the demand curve of another consumer which is more elastic. I guess it's downward sloping. Okay, if you don't find it, it's not vertical, it's downward sloping here too. If it's vertical, that it would be perfect competition. So take it just down sloping. I just drawn it not in a good manner. So AR1 and corresponding to this is MR2. Okay, so now we have to see that like there is same quantity. Okay, so you have to see where MR and MR2 intersect. Like there is MR1 here, there is MR2. So you have to pass the MC through the intersection of MR1 and MR2. I'm just telling you the idea to make the diagram in a very easy way. So this is the point where MR1 and MR2 intersect. So what you can do, you can just pass your MC from here. So if you go down, this is the quantity and this is the AR1. This is the price charged by the consumer 1, and this here this is the price charged by the consumer 2. You have to just see the corresponding to that point on demand curve, that what is the price they are charging. Okay, so you can see different, sorry, what I've said, price, sorry. So you can see the different prices and same quantity. See, so this is the first case. So second case is kind of tricky, and the diagram is tricky, but there is a sequence for drawing it, and I'll teach you that sequence also. So first of all, you should draw the demand curve. So this is AR1, this is MR1. This is AR2, and corresponding to this is MR2. You can further. So what you should do is, you should see, since it's the same price, so you should mark the price first. Like I have marked it here, price, right? So here so you can extend this line. Okay, so you can just mark the quantity also, but we'll mark it later, right? So this is AR1. So if you see the quantity, it will come like here. You have to draw it more flatter so that it get intersected, I'll tell you. So you have to just, I'm just doing it like this. So assume that this is the quantity 1, this is straight and this is more flatter. So this is the quantity 1, like corresponding to AR1, and if you do it here, this is the Q2. Different quantity, same prices, but the main point here is that Now you have to draw MC. So how will I draw MC? It's kind of messed up. So how will I do that? It's very easy. You have to see. You have to see the point where this line intersect at the marginal revenue curve, both curve. Because there is only one MC, because the firm is only one, so you cannot draw two MC for a single firm. So one point is this, right? Because it is fulfilling the condition of, because at this condition only MC is equal to MR. That's why the quantity has come like this, corresponding to the point on AR curve. So, and the second point which will we get is here. Can you see? So you have to just make sure that it should be upward sloping. Like you cannot show it downward sloping, because marginal cost curve is a upward sloping curve, or the horizontal one. So you have to just draw like this. This is the MC curve and your diagram is complete. So I can just give you the brief about the sequence. Like first draw the demand curve, DD curve. Second, mark price, sorry, not prices, because it's same price and different quantity. Third, elasticity of 2 should be greater than elasticity of 1. That's a right, it's obvious also. Fourth, then draw MC. Fourth, draw MC. So this is all for today's class. I hope you understand this first part of, like, it's of semester 4 of economics honors right now, and it comes in many generic paper also, and if you have taken economics as your minor also. So guys, I want you to tell me in comment section whether you like the video or not, or just tell me whether should I continue in English only, or should I convert it into Hindi also, like should I get into Hindi, or are you comfortable with English? Okay, so just tell me in the comment section, and I'll make sure to provide the good quality and the capsule content, so that you don't have to go through the books deeply. So you just know what comes in the exam, and you can just write it out.